You know what you don't hear enough about are people doing great things.
I
Good
love
news.
it.
Chicago-based organizations are collaborating on intergenerational programming through the arts. February was Youth Leadership Month, and teen leaders all over are stepping up, like Chicago teen Maya Joshi, who joins us now. Did I come even remotely close to pronouncing your name the right way?
Yes, thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me on today.
You're a freshman at Princeton,
Yes.
so obviously you're not bright.
So,
Were you always a good student?
I like school. I'd say I enjoyed it. So,
And what is your attraction to the arts, and what form of the arts do you prefer?
I think probably the visual arts, and it kind of it started when I was younger, maybe about like 5 or 6, and it was a really great way of connecting me with my grandparents. And so that theme has kind of continued throughout my life and eventually led to lifting hearts with the arts.
Yeah, connecting with your grandparents is very important. I don't say that as a grandfather, but it's very important.
You don't ever say that. No, I think it is. We spend a lot of time with volunteering with kids and taking care of young ones and the youth. And I love that you are interested in being at senior care facilities and working with our elders, because the experience there is you can learn so much. So because you were connected to your grandparents doing art, you said, I'm going to start lifting hearts with the arts. So explain how that happened and how you created this entire movement and this group.
Yeah, so it kind of started April of 2020, so right like a month after those pandemic restrictions had begun, and I was a freshman in high school at the time, and, everything was canceled. We had a ton of time, and it was also around the same time we were getting these like news articles coming out about seniors at long-term facilities, being restricted to like 65 square feet max and not being able to move, not being able to see anybody smile. And then that combined with like the digital divide meant that not everybody was able to like FaceTime their kids or FaceTime their loved ones, like I may have been able to do with my grandparents, like Zoom.
Yeah,
Skype,
not everybody had that
thankfully.
access.
Right.
Yeah, so I got together with a group of friends, June and Ellie, and we began reaching out to our friends, and we were like, hey, is there a way we can, connect with, these people who, are at these care facilities who, we think that we could learn from, we could have meaningful conversations. We could maybe take our mind off of things that are going on by just doing, art together in whatever form that may be, whether that's, drawing a quick picture or talking about music. I will say my Spotify playlist has changed drastically over the course of the last
So you're learning.
Who knew a freshman at Princeton loved the Glenn Miller Band?
Yeah, so and then since then we were lucky. We had a lot of interest from volunteers, honestly, a lot more than we were expecting. And then it just kept growing. We kept, adapting, changing, kind of just through trial and error. And then, we just keep going.
It's a very cool idea, and a friend of mine a while ago told me just a great piece of life advice when it comes to dealing with older folks, and I think it goes to what intergenerational relationships are, older folks, younger people, and that is don't ask them how they're feeling today. Ask them what they did with their lives and what they like, and
Exactly.
What kind of music did you like? What kind of music do you still like? What do you like? I didn't know you could paint. Let's paint something together, that kind of thing. It's exactly what you're talking about. There's other organizations involved here who met you and were blown away, like Innovation 80. What is that?
Innovation 80 is a Chicago-based organization that funds art-based programs in the city. And right now they're focusing on this new CoGen initiative where they're, specifically looking at arts-based intergenerational organizations. And the really cool part is when we connected last summer is that we realized that, my organization, we're basically high school and college students running the program. And their co-executive directors, Arnie and Carol Cantor, are both in their 80s. So what we're looking to do is create this intergenerational programming, but our partnership, in essence, is intergenerational itself, which means that we all have these very interesting perspectives, and we're able to kind of improve what we're doing based off of that.
And CoGen Creations, an 8-week program, puts high school students together with seniors at their own local care facilities. And the big picture idea here, I would assume, is that people are doing this everywhere.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So we were able to work with them to create this pilot program that pairs Lane Tech high school students with like a local care facility, and we're hoping to expand that and continue and grow our partnership from there.
Well, Jane wants to know how she can give you money.
I want to know how I can be a part of it. Is it just teens and high schoolers and college kids?
That's how it started, and we're looking more at ways to bring in other generations, because it's not just older people and young people. It's a spectrum. But we are our website is liftingheartswiththearts.org. There are different ways to get involved. We have 4 main types of programming, with one specifically dedicated to high school students and the other specifically dedicated towards college students that we're building up, and then 2 other programs that we're working on. And all our programs have always been free and accessible, so donations are greatly appreciated to keep that going, like technology, art supplies, transportation, things like that. And we have a GoFundMe and information on the website too. And then we're a 501c3, so all our donations are
Dude, you are getting it done, man.
Smart kid. Maya, what's the one most important thing, your biggest takeaway from your intergenerational relationships, from this experience? What's that most important thing to you?
I think really the importance of listening, which, might sound obvious, but it's something that, I guess I've really learned through, meeting with different seniors, not just in my meetings, but meeting with other volunteers and hearing about their experiences, because, this is not a program, run by high school students for college students for seniors. This is kind of a program for all of us, and really listening to each other's experiences, is important. It's helped me learn kind of some life lessons along the way, and then also how to, make our work a little bit more impactful for, both parties, whether that's people on the younger spectrum or people on the older spectrum.
Well, let's talk about how you're going to leverage being a good person into helping you. What's your major?
I'm thinking about anthropology and bioengineering right now.
Oh.
Well, that's an interesting twist.
Anthropology and bioengineering.
Yeah, that's what I majored in. Somehow I ended up in this.
He's lying.
But that's a cool thing. How are you managing the timing of all this? Because you've taken on quite a bit of a time suck here for all the right reasons. But how do you manage your time?
Yeah, I think it's because I have a great team of students. We started off in high school together, and we've been involving more high school students, more college students, and Ellie and June, the vice president and board member, we were able to work together really well and kind of manage up all the tasks, and so that it's not just all of the work on one person. Because even though it is a lot, it's something that I look forward to at the end of the day after finishing some homework. I'm like, okay, what are the updates? What's new? What's happening? So it doesn't feel like a lot of work necessarily. It's kind of more like it's exciting.
I'm sure it is.
Fantastic.
And I'm looking at your website. There's an easy donation button there. And the 4 of you on your leadership team look like you're all rowing the boat in the same direction. And we're happy to help you any way we can. So, again, it's Lifting Hearts with an S, Lifting Hearts with the Arts, also an S, liftingheartswiththearts.org.
Yes.
Maya, you're an amazing person. You know what
So
else, Maya?
great.
We're going to make you Kid of the Week. Obviously, you're not a kid, but we're going to make you Kid of the Week anyway, because you used to be a kid. And we'll send you an app gift card.
Wow.
And you can order something online with that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, Maya, thank you.
Keep up the good work, and thank you for doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for having me.
Thanks. We'll see you down the road. Maya Joshi. How about that kid?
So great. And I love that she and her friends from high school, and they're all at different colleges, universities, and then they do this in their spare time.
And she's in the middle of finals.
Fantastic.
She's taking time to talk to us in the middle of finals.